You are cordially invited to the King of the Ring, live Monday, June 19th, on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. Watch as Andre the Giant, Tito Santana, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Stan Hansen, Dr. Death Steve Williams, Barry Windham, the Junkyard Dog, and Kerry Erich battle it out for supremacy, with the winner receiving a world title match of their choosing. It sure is good to be king. The Hollywood Blondes will challenge the Midnight Express for the WWF World Tag Team titles inside of a steel cage. At the Clash of the Champions Memorial Day, the official missed a crucial part of the match and rewarded it to the Midnights. This time, there will be no pinfalls. The first team to escape the steel cage will be the WWF World Tag Team Champions. It's Gotmark76 King of the Ring. Coming your way June 19th. Don't miss it, or you may be beheaded.
Hello and welcome to King of the Ring. I am your host, Gotmark76. On the screen, you will see the first round matchups as Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff will take on the Junkyard Dog. Barry Windham will take on Kerry Erich. Stan Hansen will take on Tito Santana, and our opening match will be Andre the Giant taking on Dr. Death.
The following contest is a King of the Ring first round match. Making his way to the ring from Grenoble, France, weighing in at 520 pounds, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant!
Andre making his way to the ring. Thank you all for joining us. You shall not be beheaded. You can all keep your heads and watch along as the King of the Ring is set to begin with this first round matchup. Now, we, of course, over the last 2 weeks have seen the qualifying matches. The winner of this tournament will receive a World Championship match of his choosing. But fans, a blockbuster announcement next week here.
And his opponent from Norman, Oklahoma, weighing in at 286 pounds, Dr. Death Steve Williams.
This is a special announcement to those of you watching here live. You're going to find out first. Next week is the draft. The first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance draft. I am trying to limit the amount of wrestling. You know, I'm having a Legends roster full of talent that I just can't have something for everyone. So I'm going to do a draft, you know, because it works so well for the World Wrestling Entertainment. Insert laugh there. So we're going to try something where I'm going to have maybe 40 to 50 legends, and then we'll spice things up a couple months down the road. But here we are, the opening contest. And Andre has Dr. Death and drops him head first into the turnbuckle with snake eyes in the very early going by Andre the Giant. Again, the winner of this tournament will receive a world title opportunity of their choosing. But we have major announcements coming your way next week during the Wrestling Legends Alliance draft, so you won't want to miss that episode as well. Dr. Death back in control, and Andre just shoves him down. I would imagine that Andre the Giant is one of the favorites. Now, here's the thing. Let's say he gets by Dr. Death Steve Williams. He still has to wrestle at least 3 more times to win the King of the Ring. So will Andre the Giant's stamina be able to hold up over the course of 3 matches? And the same can be said for the other 7 competitors as well, as Dr. Death with a forearm to the back of the neck takes down Andre the Giant. And now Dr. Death working the leg of Andre. Dr. Death had an opponent similar in size. I mean, nobody's as big as Andre, of course. Well, in the Wrestling Legends Alliance. We haven't used the Big Show or Paul White yet. But Dr. Death with a qualifying victory over the one-man gang. Meanwhile, Andre was in the ring with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. So a little bit of a bigger opponent as Dr. Death goes for the cover one, and a kick out of one by Andre the Giant. Of course, these first round matches were done at random. An interesting matchup, up and down the first round as Andre climbing the top rope. Love that moveset in this game, and hits Dr. Death with a double axe handle off the top rope onto the floor. Thank you, 2K, as Andre now choking out Dr. Death Steve Williams on the outside floor. That is concrete floor, folks. Bill Watts had some inspiration here in the making of this arena that I did in 5 minutes. And Dr. Death back in control. Working over Andre on the outside. The count is up to 5. If both of these men are counted out, then the winner of Stan Hansen and Tito Santana will get a bye to the finals. Count is up to 7. Andre throws Dr. Death into the guardrail. Count is up to 8. These men have got to get back into the ring. Williams heard me and Andre follows suit. And now Dr. Death with another forearm to the back of the neck takes Andre down. And a clothesline takes Andre down again. Is that enough to put away the Giant? He does not go for a cover. Instead, he sets him up for a belly-to-back suplex. Up and over goes Andre, whipped into a clothesline, flips Andre over. He nearly took off the Giant's head. Dr. Death, belly-to-back suplex. Can he put away Andre? He goes for the cover. Referee in position, 1, 2, and 3. And Dr. Death Steve Williams with an impressive first round victory over Andre the Giant. He moves on.
Dr. Death Steve Williams.
Fans, don't go away. The next first round match is next. As Stan Hansen takes on Tito Santana. But Dr. Death victorious over Andre the Giant in their first match. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
The following contest is a King of the Ring first round match. Making his way to the ring from Borger, Texas, weighing in at 322 pounds, Stan Hansen.
And Stan Hansen making his way to the ring, tobacco spewing out of his mouth, down his chest, he don't care. Carrying that big bull rope. And he is going to have his hands full with Tito Santana.
And his opponent from Tijuana, Mexico, weighing in at 234 pounds, Tito Santana.
And there he is, Tito Santana, the former Intercontinental Champion, former World Tag Team Champion. He is still a member of Strikeforce here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance, at least for now. Again, if you're just joining us, next week, the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance draft, and that will be done at random. So I'm really excited to be presenting that to you next week. We will have 3 rounds as this King of the Ring first round matchup kicks off. Santana going for a leg drop. Hansen moves out of the way. I'm sure there will be some tag teams broken up. Can you imagine next week that the Bobby Heenan family may not be the same? The Four Horsemen may not be an entity. There may be tag teams that are used, maybe tag teams that are split up. This is going to be quite the draft. I have it set up where I'm going to pick randomly, but I have put some tag teams together so that way we're not totally deprived of tag teams in the promotion going forward. As Hansen goes for the cover, one, and the kick out at one by Santana. Big Axe Handle takes down Tito, and a knee to the back for good measure by Stan, the Larry, and Hansen. So it should be fun next week, but before we get there, we have to get through tonight. Crucifix by Santana takes down Hansen, and a clothesline from the knees. Nicely done by Tito. And a clothesline up and over the top rope goes Hansen. Tito falling right to the floor. Where Hansen, oh, this is Hansen's space right here. Hansen throwing Santana into the guardrail. This is a second home for Stan Hansen. As he nails Santana with a chop after ramming his head into the guardrail. Hansen now picks up Santana. It's almost like he's toying with Tito right now. And that would be a big mistake on the part of Stan Hansen if that were the case. Ramming Santana's head again into the guardrail. And an axe handle takes down Santana down. I mean, this is total domination on the part of Stan Hansen. I can't even speak straight. That doesn't take much. And Hansen will take a count-out victory. Santana has to get back to his feet and get back into the ring. Can he do it here? Count is up to 9. And Santana gets in, he's able to break the count and takes over Hansen with a hip toss. Neckbreaker by Santana takes down Hansen. And Santana making a comeback. Russian leg sweep takes down the big man from Borger, Texas. Santana caught by Hansen. Oh no! Clothesline. Not the lariat. With a clothesline, but Santana with a neck breaker takes down Hansen. Back and forth match now. This match was all Hansen until they went to the floor. He was going to take a count-out victory, but Santana ran back into the ring and has been, I guess, more in this match since then. It hasn't been as one-sided. Oh, and the clothesline off the ropes. Was that the lariat? I don't think so. One, and a kick out at one by Santana. You got to watch out for that lariat by Hansen. It can come out of nowhere. Hansen now picks up Santana. Going for a slam, but Santana reverses it and drops Hansen head first to the mat. Santana trying to make a comeback. Backflip, up and over goes Hansen. Goes for the cover. Referee position, 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Hansen. Santana staying on top of Hansen. Hansen trying to get back to his feet. He does. And Hansen meets him. Into the ropes goes Hansen. Oh, but Santana missed the flying forearm. But he did not miss that clothesline. I think Santana mistimed the jump for the flying forearm. Maybe he was used to someone a little bit lighter coming off of those ropes. Going for a DDT, but Hansen back body drop takes Santana over. Santana now back in this match. And a belly-to-back suplex. We saw that earlier from Steve Williams when he defeated Andre the Giant. Into the ropes goes Santana. And there it is! Hard to mistake that. The lariat, you can count to 20 this match. No! Santana kicked out! Santana kicked out, I don't believe it! You can't count to 20, forget that! Hansen throws him into the ropes again, and another! I'm not even gonna say it. He goes for the cover, 1, 2, and 3. I'll tell you what, it took 2 lariats to put away Tito Santana.
Stan Hansen.
But Hansen moving on. He will take on Dr. Death in round number 2, fans. Don't go away. Barry Windham and Kerry Von Erich is next.
The following is a King of the Ring first round match. Making his way to the ring from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in at 265 pounds, Barry Windham.
So Barry Windham making his way to the ring. He will have his work cut out for him against a fellow Texan, Kerry Von Erich. In fact, this tournament is shaping up to be quite favorable to the West, the Midwest. Stan Hansen, of course, he will take on Dr. Death in round 2. Barry Windham has an opportunity here against Kerry Von Erich, so somebody from Texas will move on.
And his opponent from Denton, Texas, weighing in at 254 pounds, Kerry Von Erich.
So Kerry Von Erich getting back on the winning track of things. He qualified to get into this match by defeating Tully Blanchard, a member of the Four Horsemen. He will look to continue on in this tournament, but he'll have to get through another Horseman member, Barry Windham. All right, we are getting ready to start this match here. Kerry in the purple, Barry in the black. There's the bell, away we go. And Windham now firing away on Kerry Von Erich. Oh, but a takedown by Kerry. Almost a spear-like maneuver. Kick to the midsection. Kerry now has Barry in slingshot. A hot shot, if you will. Eddie Gilbert would be proud. So would Stunning Steve, who we'll see later on tonight as the Hollywood Blondes challenge the Midnight Express for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship inside of the steel cage. Back at the Clash of the Champions on Memorial Day, the referee did not see the hand come down. I'm sorry, the hand making the rope. The hand came down. Stunning Steve getting pinned when he should not have been, as Kerry with a splash off the top. 1, 2! And a kick out at 2 by Windham. That match will take place between our second semifinal match and the final of the King of the Ring. And a DDT by Barry Windham plants Kerry Von Erich. Big right hand, but the damage may have been done by that DDT, but Windham showboating to the fans, and that gave Kerry a chance to come back. And a headbutt to the back of Barry Windham. And now Kerry working the arm crossface, but Windham using his length draped his foot over the bottom rope to break the hold. Nicely done by the Horseman member Barry Windham. Kerry misses a running knee, and Windham back to his feet, kick to the midsection. He's setting up Kerry again. Could it be another? It's a face plant DDT! And I believe Kerry has been busted open. Windham rolls over Von Erich, goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Kerry. Oh yeah, Kerry's been busted open. He rolls to the outside. The damage done. Windham climbing the top rope. What's he, Andre? Oh, and Windham sees that Kerry got back in the ring and came down on the top top of the head of Kerry Von Erich. A big clothesline by Windham. He needs to get Kerry in the position to set him up for that superplex. Into the ropes goes Von Erich. Von Erich running past Windham, trying to get momentum. But Windham now catches Von Erich and drops him face first into the turnbuckle. Down goes Kerry Von Erich. Into the turnbuckle. Here it comes. He's setting him up. Could it be the superplex? Windham now has Von Erich. And here it is. The superplex from the second rope. Look at that. Oh, but Kerry fighting out of it. And pulls the leg of Windham face first into the turnbuckle. Kerry trying to make a comeback. A nice reversal on the superplex on the part of Kerry Von Erich, and now he's in control. He has Windham in the corner. And now Von Erich pulling Windham out, and down goes Windham, landing on his lower back. Von Erich now working the right arm of Barry Windham. Of course, that's the claw hold and the flying lariat. And Von Erich staying on that right arm. Smart on the part of Kerry Von Erich. Another knee drop under the arm. He goes for the cover. Is that enough to put away Barry Windham? One? No, they kick out at one. Oh, Windham caught Von Erich square in the forehead. And I think that gash has opened up even more, and it will into that face plant DDT. Windham now picks up Von Erich. And there's the claw. We're so used to seeing the Von Erich claw, but Windham has it in his moveset as well. And Kerry, because he uses that claw, had a nice way of escaping. And he drapes Windham across the top rope. Kerry Von Erich looking to make a full comeback here. Windham throws Kerry into the ropes. And a drop kick nails Kerry Von Erich. Kerry wisely rolls to the outside. But again, Windham climbing the top rope. He's Andre the Giant. He leaves clothesline off the top rope onto the arena floor. And now Windham really going into that forehead. He's busting it open even more. Kerry isn't on a knee to the forehead. Kerry is in a world of trouble. Windham having his way with Kerry Von Erich on the outside floor. The fans here giving Windham the business. And he slams the knee of Kerry Von Erich into that concrete floor. I said it before, the influence of Bill Watts was in the creation of this arena. And Windham will take a count-out victory. Oh, look at that. He's telling Kerry to hurry up, but Kerry's out. Oh, Windham breaks the count anyway. Hey, look, Kerry can barely stand on his own. He dodged Windham there, and Kerry throws Windham back into the ring. Kerry Von Erich showing why he is the modern-day warrior. He is not giving up. He's too proud. He's too proud. Full of pride. I'm trying to say too many things at once. Up and over goes Windham to the concrete floor now. Kerry Von Erich trying to make a comeback. As Windham, he's setting him up for a suplex on the concrete floor, and down goes Windham. Kerry getting back into the ring. Throws Windham into the turnbuckle. Oh, look, Kerry's a little slow. And Windham caught him with an elbow. And there's another claw. The claw hold by Barry Windham has it locked in. Can Kerry escape this time? He escaped the first time. He cannot. And Barry Windham moves on to the second round here at King of the Ring. What a match. You've got to give Kerry Von Erich credit. He never gave up.
Your winner.
He fought the entire match. But Barry Windham was just too much, and he moves on in the King of the Ring. Fans, our final first round match is next. As the Junkyard Dog takes on Paul Orndorff. Don't go away.
The following is a King of the Ring first round match. Making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 286 pounds, Junkyard Dog.
So the Junkyard Dog making his way to the ring. He will take on some fierce competition in Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. The fans here in Dayton showing the Junkyard Dog some love. And now those cheers will turn to jeers as Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff makes his way to the ring.
And his opponent from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 252 pounds, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Mr. Wonderful with the pyro here in Dayton, Ohio. I love it. Oh, there's more. There's more pyro. Oh man, Orndorff really pulling out all stops here, trying to intimidate the Junkyard Dog with all that pyro. And there's more. There's more pyro. The fans here giving Orndorff a piece of their mind. But Orndorff, the Pyro King in this entrance here. Hey man, that must have slipped under the budget. I saw the cost of this show, I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to do anything for Mr. Wonderful. There's the bell and away we go. Junkyard Dog with a forearm to the back and a boot to the face of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Junkyard Dog picks up Orndorff. And another forearm to the back. Another forearm to the back, and Orndorff hasn't had one offensive maneuver yet. Another forearm by the Junkyard Dog. Oh, and a series of body blows by the Junkyard. Orndorff I'll tell you what, man, he was in trouble now. He's firing away. Something must have woken up Mr. Wonderful. He was out on his feet for a second there, and then came with a flurry of offense. Big right hand, another right hand. Throws JYD into the turnbuckle. And now a scoop slam and tying the Junkyard Dog into the tree of woe. Oh, but JYD with a nice reversal. Gets out of that maneuver. Picks up Orndorff. And the Junkyard Dog has Mr. Wonderful and drops him. Clotheslines him against the top rope. He goes for the cover. Referee position 1, 2. Oh, kick out by Mr. Wonderful at 2. Wow. JYD throws Orndorff over the top rope. Orndorff with a forearm to looked like the throat. The referee didn't see that. Orndorff gets tossed into the corner, running, charging, splash, misses. And Mr. Wonderful with an inside cradle, looking to put away the Junkyard Dog. 1, 2, and 3. And Mr. Wonderful with a victory over the Junkyard Dog here in the first round. He will move on to take on Barry Windham.
Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Oh, look at that. JYD was busted open. I missed that. So our first round is complete. Let's take a look at the current. There it is. As Dr. Death will take on Stan Hansen, Barry Windham will take on Paul Orndorff. And that is still to come. Let's go to the second round matches as Steve Williams takes on Stan Hansen.
The following contest is a King of the Ring semi-final match. Making his way to the ring from Norman, Oklahoma, weighing in at 286 pounds, Dr. Death Steve Williams.
And Dr. Death, for the second time tonight, he has defeated Andre the Giant already. And he will have Stan Hansen, the madman from Borger, Texas. What a difference in style of these two men here. Again, Dr. Death defeating Andre the Giant in the first round. Stan Hansen getting by
and his
Tito
opponent
Santana.
from Borger, Texas, weighing in at 322 pounds, Stan Hansen.
And again, both of these men had physical matches in the first round, so they may not be at full strength in this match. But don't tell that to them. And there's the bell, away we go. Hansen and Doc lock up. Williams has Hansen up against the ropes, throws Hansen into the ropes, and a big clothesline takes down Stan Hansen. And Dr. Death with a splash in the opening moments of the match. Dr. Death wants to put Stan Hansen away as quick as possible. I would imagine Stan Hansen wants to do the same. Into the ropes goes Hansen again. Another clothesline takes down Stan Hansen. Dr. Death off the ropes. And another splash. Twice in a row. This time he goes for the cover one and a kick out at one by Hansen. Dr. Death climbs that second turnbuckle. He leaves another splash off the second turnbuckle. This match is all Stan Hansen thus far. Oh, Hansen rolled to the outside. Dr. Death went for a clothesline. And this, again, is where Stan Hansen is in his second home. He is in his element on the outside of the ring. And now Stan Hansen going to work on the leg of Dr. Death Steve Williams. An Indian leg lock. And even if Williams submitted on the outside, it would not be official. But the damage done nonetheless. And now Hansen shoves Williams back into the ring, and the momentum of this match has shifted. This was all Dr. Death prior to going on the outside, and now Hansen drapes Williams across that top rope, working the neck of Dr. Death, and Dr. Death with another clothesline off the ropes. Picks up Hansen and takes him up and over. And Dr. Death firing up the crowd here in Dayton, Ohio. As Hansen now has a handful of hair. The referee let it go into the ropes. And a running clothesline takes down Steve Williams. Look at that! A Hurricane Rana from Stan Hansen. How'd that sneak in the moveset? We're gonna have to take that out. But hey, listen, Texas is close to Mexico, so you never know. But now Hansen making a wish to the thigh and knee of Dr. Death. Hey, listen, this show saw Andre the Giant climb the top rope and dive onto the arena floor. It can definitely take Stan Hansen. Oh, and a lariat by Dr. Death! It could definitely take a Hurricane Rana from Stan Hansen. I think Dr. Death stole the finisher from Stan Hansen. He nailed him with a lariat. Did not go for the covering. A Mistake on the part of Dr. Death and a swinging neck breaker. Hansen goes for the cover one and a kick out at one by Doc. Hansen has been working that neck of Dr. Death. You know it's to set up that lariat. And now Hansen rubbing the face of Dr. Death and an elbow drop to the back of the head. And Stan Hansen back in control. This is our first second round matchup, our first semifinal match. Coming up next will be Barry Windham and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And don't forget, we will see the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship on the line when the Hollywood Blondes challenge the Midnight Express inside of a steel cage. That match will take place between the second semifinal and the final. Hansen was going for a DDT, blocked by Dr. Death. And now, Dr. Death going for a running power slam. No, he drops Stan Hansen head first into the turnbuckle. I thought we were going to see that running power slam. And now Dr. Death making a comeback. Gut run suplex, up and over goes Hansen. Dr. Death now in control. Hansen backing away, is in the corner with the knee of Dr. Death in his throat. That's not where Stan Hansen wants to be. Now Williams with a series of kicks to the chest of Stan Hansen. Doc picks up Hansen, throws him into the ropes. And a leaping clothesline, well scouted by Stan Hansen. He did not hit it that time. Now Hansen picks up Dawa, throws him to the outside floor again. This is where Stan Hansen coming to the top rope. Why not? As Dr. Death lined up, he's letting Doc get back to his feet. Leaps and an elbow across the chest. Good God, man. Another elbow. This is the concrete floor that they're doing these maneuvers on. Shout out to Bill Watts. And Hansen now working the knee of Dr. Death Steve Williams. What a match, a physical match this is. In the semifinals of the King of the Ring, Dr. Death will not go away quietly into the night. He's fighting back. Has Hansen, throws him down into the concrete floor. Trying to breathe fire back into this crowd. A big splash on the outside. The count is up to 6. They need to be careful here. And now Doc with a Samoan drop on the concrete floor. Is that enough? Doc back in the ring, he's gonna win by count out. It's 8, no, but he rolls out to break up the count. He could have won this match by a count out. Will that come back and bite Doc in the ass? Hansen throws Dr. Death back into the ring. And Hansen's in no rush to get back in. Doc slides to the outside. And a swinging neck breaker on the concrete. Oh, that could be a big momentum shifter here. Doc takes down Hansen, but the damage may have been done. A swinging neck breaker on the concrete. Williams throws Hansen back into the ring. Hansen looking to meet Dr. Death in the ring with a series of chops, kick to the midsection, spikes him down with a DDT. Hooks the leg. Referee position 1, 2, and 3. Stan Hansen pins Dr. Death with that DDT, but I think the swinging neckbreaker on the concrete is what set up that maneuver. Stan Hansen has made it to the finals of the King of the Ring. He will take on the winner of Barry Windham and Paul Orndorff. Don't go away.
The following is a King of the Ring semi-final match. Making his way to the ring from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in at 265 pounds, Barry Windham.
So So our second semifinal match of the night, Barry Windham taking on Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. It was Mr. Wonderful who got through the Junkyard Dog. And Barry Windham was victorious earlier tonight. With a victory over Kerry von Erich. And of course, we already saw Stan Hansen made it to the finals of the King of the Ring. So at the conclusion of this
and
match,
his opponent from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 252 pounds, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
and there's the pyro again for Mr. Wonderful. At the conclusion of this match, we will see the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship on the line when the Hollywood Blondes challenge the Midnight Express. The pyro going off for Mr. Wonderful. One would think he's destined to win this tournament and get a future opportunity against a champion of his choosing. And don't correct me if I'm wrong, or do correct me, but there's more pyro coming. There it is! More pyro for Mr. Wonderful. Listen, I downloaded this Mr. Wonderful from 2K23, and whoever did the entrance did a phenomenal job. Mr. Wonderful deserving all that pyro, if you ask me. But he has a very tall and tough task ahead of him in the form of Barry Windham if he wants to get to the finals against Stan Hansen. There's a live look at the crowd here in Dayton. The referee calls the bell and away we go. Orndorff with a series of chops and a DDT spikes Windham, looking to put this match away early. One! And a kick out at one by Windham. Orndorff doesn't get paid by the hour, folks. He wants to put this match away early. Of course, the wear and tear on both of these men. This is their second match of the night, as Orndorff with a series of left hands against the side of the head of Windham. And now Orndorff choking Windham. He has a count of 5 before he has to break it up. Beautiful suplex by Orndorff takes Windham up and over. Orndorff now throws Windham into the ropes. Up and over the top rope to the floor goes Windham. And now the action is spilled to the outside. Orndorff ramming the head of Windham on the concrete. We saw in the last match that swinging neckbreaker by Stan Hansen did the damage and set up a victory over Dr. Death. Orndorff now in trouble though, as Windham plants the head of Orndorff against the side of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Any announcer will tell you that. Any wrestler will tell you that. And in my case, any security for wrestling will tell you that, as Windham back into the ring. Into the turnbuckle goes Windham, runs, charges, and Orndorff with a series of lefts and rights in the corner. Windham defenseless, and down to the mat goes Windham. Orndorff now again choking Windham. The referee trying to get in there. He does have the count of 5, and Orndorff breaks it up. Orndorff wants to win this thing. And I'm curious who he would challenge if he got a world title opportunity, as Windham now has Orndorff with a suplex nicely done on the part of Barry Windham. This tournament began, the qualifiers had 3 of the 4 horsemen. Barry Windham, the last member of the horsemen. And then in the tournament itself, you had Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and Andre the Giant from the Heenan family. So representation from the Horsemen and the Heenan family. And this match back and forth so far here, the second semifinal match of the night, as Windham showing the crowd that the 4 Horsemen are alive and well in this tournament. Into the ropes goes Orndorff, and a drop kick by Windham takes down Mr. Wonderful. He's going to roll over Orndorff, go for a cover. It's going to take more than that to put away Mr. Wonderful, and the count of 1 proves my point. Big right hand by Windham, and Orndorff has been busted open. Kick to the midsection, face plant, DDT, that could be all. Windham hooks the leg, he's gonna go on to the finals. 1, 2, and no, a kick out by Mr. Wonderful. Mr. Wonderful kicked out, but the damage may have been done as he has been busted open by that right hand of Barry Windham. Orndorff now with a big right hand, and he busted open Barry Windham. Oh, the crimson red flowing here tonight at the King of the Ring. Into the turnbuckle goes Orndorff, follows with a clothesline. Barry Windham in control. Both men have been busted open in this match. Running, charging, clothesline over the top rope goes Orndorff. Windham in control. And the referee has begun a count. Which one of these men will take on Stan Hansen in our main event tonight and win the King of the Ring tournament and a future World Championship match of their choosing? We'll find out. As Windham now going out to the floor to meet Orndorff, and a swinging neck breaker on the floor. All Orndorff needs to do now is throw Windham back into the ring, hit that pile driver, he'll move on to the finals. Windham tossed back in. Orndorff needs to hit that pile driver, but Windham catches him with the right hand. Windham now dragging Orndorff. Windham having a second wind here in this matchup. All Orndorff needs to do is hit that pile driver. Windham was set up for it. And here's another suplex by Orndorff, takes Windham up and over. Big right hand knocks Windham down. Oh, look at the blood over the left eye of Barry Windham. That gash has opened up. Oh, and here it comes! The pile driver, Orndorff has him and spikes him down. He's going to move on to the finals. It's going to be Orndorff and Hansen. Hooks the leg. Referee was out of position. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Windham. The fans can't believe it, neither can I. The fans chanting "Fight Forever." That's another video game for another day, maybe. As Orndorff choking Windham on the outside, he's beside himself. He can't believe that Barry Windham kicked out of the pile driver. Neither can I. Orndorff, furious now, throws Windham into the guardrail, stomping the back for good measure. Orndorff, a man possessed, choking out Windham on the outside floor. Orndorff throwing Windham again to the floor. Orndorff is fired up. Big headbutt. Windham in a world of trouble here. Orndorff climbing back to the ring. He'll win this match by countout. He'll take it, but no, Orndorff will not take a countout victory. Goes back to the outside. As Windham backbreaker on the outside floor. Orndorff has been a man obsessed ever since Windham kicked out of the pile driver. And there he is taunting Hulk Hogan, which they're both rule breakers now. I don't know what that was for, but Orndorff throwing Windham again into the concrete floor. The damage done. Will Orndorff accept a countout victory? He will not. He slides to the outside floor. Maybe a count of 3 is quicker than a count of 10, but Windham trying to fight back. Has Orndorff with a knee in the midsection. Windham fighting back with a kick to the midsection. Big right hand stuns Orndorff. Windham now setting up Mr. Wonderful. Could it be a suplex? On the outside concrete floor it is! Down goes Orndorff. Windham back in control. A back and forth match here. In the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament, the winner will face Stan Hansen in our main event and get a future world tournament match of their choosing. And this match, ridiculously, has been on the outside the last several minutes. And a backbreaker across the guardrail, my God. Orndorff wants this thing bad. Picks up Windham. And slams his face into the concrete. That has to be all. Orndorff with another suplex takes Windham up and over. 8. He's going to win this match by countout. Slides into the ring. Windham beats it too. Right before the count of 9. Windham with a kick to the midsection. Has Orndorff. Face plant DDT. Is that enough to put away Mr. Wonderful? Windham picks up Orndorff. Into the ropes goes Mr. Wonderful. Could it be the superplex? Windham setting him up. Earlier tonight we saw Kerry von Erich with a great defense of the superplex. Can Mr. Wonderful do it? No, he cannot. Windham nails it. The superplex from the top rope. He rolls over Orndorff. Will this be it? Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. And Barry Windham has moved on to the finals here at the King of the Ring. What a
Here
match!
is your winner, Barry Windham.
Fans, the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship is next. A steel cage match as the Midnight Express defend against the Hollywood Blondes. Don't go away. And there they come, the Hollywood Blondes, the challengers for the steel cage match. After the Clash of the Champions, where the referee missed Stunning Steve getting his hand on the bottom rope that should have broken up the pinfall, I made the decision to put this match inside of the steel cage. No pinfalls, no submission. The only way to win this match and the Tag Team Championship is for both members of the team to escape the cage. So this should really favor no team. This should be a very even contest, and we're taking it out of the officials' hands here today at King of the Ring. As the Hollywood Blondes in the ring, they are awaiting the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express. Midnight Express Fighting Champions, they have defended these championships for the last 8 months. Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan making their way to the ring. Jim Cornette not at ringside for this cage match. Hey, it's not my rule. 2K23 won't let a manager be at ringside. Tag teams, of course, looking to be the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. I mean, that's, of course, looking to retain, because who knows what will happen next week during the first ever Wrestling Alliance draft. Let's head to the ring for the introduction.
The following contest is a tag team steel cage match and is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 482 pounds, the Hollywood Blondes. And their opponents at a combined weight of 457 pounds. They are the WWE Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express.
The introductions have been done. That is what they're fighting for, the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. And there is the steel cage, the old school 80s World Wrestling Federation cage, and there's the bell. Away we go. I will do my best to call the action to stand late with the pile driver on Stunning Steve in the early going. If you recall, at Clash of the Champions, the Hollywood Blondes appeared to have singled out Stan Lane, and he did not take too kindly to that. Oh, Oh, look at that. Beautiful maneuver by beautiful Bobby, and he's firing away with this. And he's starting to climb the cage. Beautiful Bobby trying to escape. Flying Brian right behind him. And Pillman ramming the head of beautiful Bobby into the cage. Now Eaton ramming the head of Pillman into the cage. As Austin closes by, oh, and Eaton falls to the ground, and that gives Pillman a chance to climb up. Oh, wow, and Pillman falls down. Now Pillman trying to escape again. And Stan Lane slow to get up. I would think that the key to the match would be to inflict more punishment, as Stan Lane has flying Brian into a powerbomb. Down to the mat goes Pillman. Now Stan Lane working the leg, and Stan Lane trying to escape the cage. I would imagine the best way to win here would be to wear down both members and then have the team climb out together, because you run the risk. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, Stan Lane escapes the cage. That leaves beautiful Bobby by himself against both members of the blocks. But it is escape. The first team to escape will win, and Pillman falls down again. I gotta give Pillman all the credit in the world. He has been trying to escape the cage since the very beginning of the match. And Austin taking care of both members of the Midnight Express. Austin with a power slam. Takes down beautiful Bobby. Pillman's halfway over the cage. Pillman's halfway over the cage. He's going to escape. And this is going to be a 2-on-1, but Austin taking care so far of the Midnight Express. And Pillman is escaping. Pillman has escaped. And there's Stan Lane taking down Stunning Steve. And that's what I'm talking about, is now both members of the Midnight Express versus Stunning Steve Austin, as beautiful Bobby climbing the cage now. And beautiful Bobby's going to escape. Stan Lane with a Boston Crab on Stunning Steve has given Eaton a chance to escape, and this match is, I guess you can say, it's tied. Oh, wait, maybe I spoke too soon. Stunning Steve trying to get Bobby, but Stan Lane makes a save, and beautiful Bobby does escape the cage. And down goes Austin. So it has essentially come down to a one-on-one steel cage match between Stan Lane and Stunning Steve. Savant kick takes down Stunning Steve. Here comes Stan Lane climbing the cage. If Stan Lane escapes, the Midnight Express will retain. He's halfway over. Stunning Steve is not moving. Stan Lane trying to get it. I think he's caught on that top of the cage. Stunning Steve back to his feet. Can he get Stan Lane in time? He punches. Punches again. He has to pull Lane back into the ring. And he does. He heard me. Stunning Steve pulls back. Oh, they were so close. The Midnight Express were so close. Stan Lane was so close to getting over that cage. And now, Stunning Steve and Sweet Stan fighting on the top rope. Stan ramming the head of Stunning Steve into the cage. Stunning Steve ramming the head of Lane into the cage. And down goes Lane. Here's an opportunity for Stunning Steve to escape the cage. But Lane back to his feet, and down to the mat goes Austin. What a match this is for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. Flying Brian and beautiful Bobby have already escaped, and has come down to Sweet Stan and Stunning Steve. There's no submission, but Stan Lane can do damage to the back of Stunning Steve and prevent him from escaping with Stunning Steve, using his power to break out of that Boston Crab. And a stunner! A stunner by Stunning Steve! Picks up Lane, and a Thez press by Stunning Steve Austin. And Stan Lane has been busted open here in the cage. Stunning Steve allowing, he was going to go for another stunner, but Lane caught him. Sweet Stan with a suplex on Stunning Steve. And now Sweet Stan climbing the cage is going to try to escape again. rope, Stunning Steve climbing after him. And a big right hand by Austin lands. And now Stunning Steve pulling Lane back into the cage. Smart work on the part of Stunning Steve Austin. The next man to escape the cage will win the match for his team and will be the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions as Lane rams ahead down into Austin. Down to the mat goes Austin. Austin, though, he realizes what's at stake. He gets up rather quickly, and Lane climbs over the top again. Lane trying to kick Austin away. Lane is halfway over, but Stunning Steve grabs Lane, pulls it back into the cage. And the fans here in Ohio showing their displeasure. What a match this is. Lane ramming the head of Stunning Steve into the cage. Stunning Steve returning the favor, and down goes Lane. Down goes Lane. Austin now has a chance to escape the cage. Can Stunning Steve escape? Can the Hollywood Blondes win the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship? Now Lane coming after Austin. What a match this is. High intensity. Back and forth. Both teams having a chance to win. And Austin ramming the head of Stunning Steve Stan Lane into the cage. Both men now trying to climb over. Austin has a slight advantage, a slight lead. They're both at the top of the cage. Austin trying to climb over. Lane ramming the head of Austin into the cage. They're fighting on top of the steel cage. And Austin tosses. Sweet Stan to the mat. And that's going to give Austin a chance to win. Austin getting severely close to climbing over the cage. He is. All he has to do now is drop. And we'll have new World Tag Team Champions. Lane trying to catch up, but there's no way he can catch up now, and Austin falls, and the winners are the Hollywood Blondes. We have new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, the Hollywood Blondes.
New World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions here at King of the Ring. Fans, don't go away. The finals to the King of the Ring tournament is next. After this quick timeout.
The following will determine the King of the Ring tournament winner. Making his way to the ring from Borger, Texas, weighing in at 322 pounds, Stan Hansen.
I am still reeling from that last match. We have new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the Hollywood Blondes. What a steel cage match that was. Back and forth action. I'm sure we have not seen the last between those two teams. Hopefully, we'll see what happens next week during the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance draft. But we are here to crown a King of the Ring. And one thing I can tell you is that we're going to have a winner from Texas.
And his opponent from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in at 265 pounds, Barry Windham.
Either Stan Hansen or Barry Windham will earn a future World Championship match of their choosing at the Great American Bash Night 1. Coming your way July 3rd here on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. Next week, of course, the Wrestling Legends Alliance draft, and we have huge announcements coming your way next week with the direction of the channel going forward. So whoever wins this match is going to have a bit of somewhat control of their destiny heading into next week and the future weeks ahead. At least heading to the Great American Bash. But these two men have fought all night. Stan Hansen with a big victory over Tito Santana. In the first round, Barry Windham defeated Kerry von Erich. And then a hard-fought battle with Stan Hansen defeating Dr. Death Steve Williams and Barry Windham defeating Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. It all comes down to this. And both men are tired. They're worn down. And a big clothesline by Windham takes Hansen down. It is the lariat versus the flying lariat, the claw hold versus the DDT. The superplex versus the, I don't know what else Hansen can do except beat your ass. But right now he's on the receiving end of a beatdown by Barry Windham as Windham with a face lock on Stan Hansen. Windham in control in the early going of this match. And now Windham going to work on the right arm of Stan Hansen. But I don't want to be the one to tell Barry Windham that it's the left hand that he has to be worried of. Now Windham stomping away. Hansen trying to make a comeback, slams Windham to the mat, and now choking Barry Windham. He has a count of 5 to break it up and does. Hansen with a suplex, up and over goes Barry Windham. The finalist here in the King of the Ring tournament as Hansen climbs the top rope again. We've seen this a couple times tonight. Axe handle takes down Barry Windham on the concrete floor. Which one of these men will be the King of the Ring? And oh, what a lariat takes down Hansen, but he's on the outside. Windham needs to throw Hansen back into the ring and pin him. Or maybe just deliver a belly-to-back suplex on the concrete floor. Good God, man. The referee's been counting. Hansen's fighting back. The count is up to 5. And the head of Barry Windham gets slammed into the guardrail. Hey, listen, they're tired. They're worn out. This is their 3rd match of the night. But both men want this very badly. 8. Will Hansen win by countout? No, Windham slides back into the ring. Hansen throws Windham into the ropes. Oh, he missed the lariat. Hansen missed the lariat. Has Windham a snake eyes, but he's going to go for the cover. Windham dodged the lariat. Kick out of 1 by Windham. That's something to keep your eye on. And Windham rolls to the outside and Stan Hansen follows suit. I don't know if Hansen missed the lariat or if Windham ducked out of the way. We'll have to watch the replay. But he avoided the lariat somehow. And that could be a major key point to this match. As Windham has Hansen up. And a suplex on the concrete floor. The referee telling him to get back into the ring. But there's so much damage that can be done on the outside floor as Hansen throws Windham back in. Hansen, look, I don't want to say it. Hansen's moving a little slow. Wyndham seems to have a little bit more energy as he has him again, a suplex on the outside floor. Windham is out-dueling Hansen on the outside floor. Hansen is known for his brawling skill. And another belly-to-back suplex on the concrete. Windham taking the fight to Hansen on the outside. I'm shocked. And a sleeper hold by Barry Windham. He can't win the match on the outside, but he can do damage. I am thoroughly impressed with the brawling skill. Barry Windham is matching Stan Hansen. In fact, he's exceeding Stan Hansen in the brawling skills in this match on the outside floor. And as I say that, Stan Hansen rams the back of Wyndham's head into the guardrail. Hansen back in the ring. Windham taking an extra breather on the outside. Windham taking advantage of Hansen, stomping in the corner. Windham kick to the midsection and plants him with a face DDT. He spikes him down. Can Windham get the 3? He rolls over Hansen. This could be it. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. And Barry Windham has won the King of the Ring.
Here is your winner, Barry Windham.
Fans, we thank you so much for joining us here at King of the Ring. It was a fun event, thank you, and we will see you next week for the first ever Wrestling Legends Alliance Draft. Until then, we'll see you at the matches. Goodbye, everybody.